Wait, haven't we done this before? We've done this before. I'm having deja vu. I don't like deja vu. It's creepy.
Hey, what's up YouTube land? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and today we will be reviewing the Transformers Prime Robots in Disguise Deluxe Class VEHICON. So here we are, and there he is, and first and foremost, as always, we'll take a quick look at the packaging. So there he is, his name is VEHICON. There is the VEHICON, aka Gary 2.0. Over here you got tech specs, back here you have your obligatory product shot. There's your bio if you want to read it. Snap-on blaster cannon! And that's pretty much it for that. So moving right along. Here is the VEHICON, or Gary 2.0, whatever you want to call him. And yes, it's the same vehicle mode. Definitely a bit scaled down from the first edition, just for comparison. Here is the first edition VEHICON. And you can see he is quite a bit smaller. Not by a lot, but enough that you'll notice. And you know, there are obviously differences. Differences in the paint apps. You can see right here in the front section the differences there in the paint apps. And all around you just kind of see little subtle differences in the back too. You can see the tail lights aren't painted on the PRID version, and on the first edition they are painted. Trans-clearance windows all the way around on the first edition. The PRID version only has the side windshields, and the front windshield is the transparent plastic. This is just molded plastic here and on these little side windows. And then also you get the big ports on either side for your snap-on blaster cannon, which is considerably bigger than the first edition blaster. That's some kind of weird compensation. I don't know. Smaller vehicle mode. Bigger gun. I don't know. But, yeah, you can just take it and plug it into these ports on either side, if you want. Or, if you'd like, there's also a clip right here. And there's these little grooves right here on either side, and you can just take it and just snap it on right there, so it can be mounted to the hood of the car. So you have your options. Why not? Dare I say why not? I do like that the rims are still painted. That was one worry that I had, that the rims would not be painted, because they kind of have a habit of not doing that with these figures. But all in all, though, it's still nice. It's still a nice representation of the VEHICON. On the underside, you know, you see a little bit of robot parts. He does have somewhat visible head syndrome right there, but still, it's nice. It's compact. It's definitely a much darker shade of purple. It may come off. It may be coming off black on camera. I'm not too sure how you're seeing it, but it's a very extremely dark shade of purple. Obviously a lot darker than the first edition, as you can see. It looks almost black, but it's still it's a very deep dark purple. But yeah, I still like it though. I still like it. It looks good. It looks good. So you got that. So you have your huge blaster, and of course it rolls like rolling things should. And that's basically it. So let's get down to transformation. So what you're going to do is you're just going to kind of get these rear sections here. Just kind of get them untabbed to get started. And you're just going to wiggle these arms out like that. Just bring them up and out of the way. Now this is a very cool piece of transformation right here. You're going to take this whole top section of the car. You're going to take it, you're going to bring it forward like that. Now as you can see here, you have basically the front bumper section, the hood, the entire roof of the car, all the way to the spoiler right here. you're going to split this. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take the spoiler, you're going to fold that in. You're going to take this piece, you're going to fold that in. You're going to take this piece, you're going to fold that in. You're going to come up here, pull out his little foot. There's a tab right here that's going to tab into this slot right there, like that. Then you're going to take this wheel section and just angle it back. And there's the leg. And that is a crazy piece of transformation right there. That is amazing, amazing piece of engineering. That it still baffles me every time I do it. It's just, it amazes me. So just going to do the same thing with the other leg. Just flip all that in. Bring out the foot. Tab it in. Angle that back. And there you have your legs. That big portion of car just compacted into the back of his legs. That's insane. That is just so insane. All right, let's get this finished here. Okay, so the arms are kind of tricky. The arms, you want to bring down on this joint, then you're going to bring the forearm up and then bring it down, and then rotate this whole section out like that. And that's how you're going to get your arm. Take the hand, just flip that out. And second verse, same as the first. You're just going to untab that. You're going to bring it down, bring this out, rotate that down like that, and flip out the arm like that. And of course you have your head reveal, which is you grab the rear bumper, you pull it up, and that brings out the head, and you just fold this behind his back. Just like that. It's a very cool little head reveal you can just kind of play with. It's like a mech tech weapon. You can annoy the ones you love with it. I'm sorry, honey. Sorry. I'm sorry. So there you go. Just kind of angle his shoulders however you want. And there he is, people. There is the VEHICON, or Gary 2.0, in his robot mode. And he looks very, very cool. Definitely does a lot of things that the first edition didn't really pull off all that well. I mean, he has no backpack except for this rear bumper. He has no backpack because the entire top part of the car is here. It's all compacted into the back of his legs. I mean, that is insane. That is just totally insane. Head sculpt, still very nice. He still does have that transparent piece of plastic right here in front of this section, which I didn't think would carry over, but I like that it did. Still very nicely done. The paint apps still look good as far as I'm concerned. It just came out really, really nice. And I'm really happy with the way this came out. I was really looking forward to this figure just to see how it would be in hand, and I am quite impressed. Some articulation. The head is on a ball joint, so you have pretty good movement going on here. Shoulders are on a ball joint. You have a bicep swivel up here. You also have the forearm on a ball joint, and you also have this joint right here, which gives you some like outward and inward movements on the elbow, like that. Hips are on a ball joint. You do get some movement at the upper part of the thigh. You get a knee joint with not that much movement. That's pretty much as much bend as you get. And you get some movement in the toe. And of course the wrists are on this joint, so you can, move them up and down. But I do really like the way this figure came out. Very, very much impressed by it. I just, I'm speechless because I'm just really crazy about this figure. I think it is amazing. And of course you can take his blaster, and he still has the ports up here, they're now on his shoulders, so you can take it and plug it into his shoulders if you want. Or if you also would like, again, you have the option, you can just flip his hand in, and you still have that notch here. And you can just take it, just clip it onto that notch, like that, to give him the gun arm. And I do like this a lot better. I think the gun integrates a lot better into the arm than the first edition does. I think that definitely looks a lot a lot better. So why don't we get the first edition of Gary out here for a comparison, shall we? Let's. And here he is with the original Gary. And as you can see, you know, the RID VEHICON is quite a bit more slim and more streamlined. Obviously, the first edition has all this backpack when the RID one has virtually none. But still, I still like the first edition. I have no problem with the first edition. I don't regret that I got the first edition. I still like this figure. This is still a very good figure. But the RID version does do some amazing, amazing things. I would recommend the first edition. I would still very much recommend the first edition if you can get your hands on them for a decent price. But if you can't get your hands on the first edition, there is nothing wrong with having this VEHICON. This is definitely one of the better figures of the RID line. This is just amazing, amazing figure. I would highly recommend it. And if you're the type of person who likes to troop build, this will be a lot cheaper to troop build. If you want to troop build the first edition, it's going to get real expensive really fast. So this is definitely the cheaper way to go if you want to troop build. But again, I would still recommend the first edition, but this one is no slouch whatsoever. This is still a great, great substitute. A perfectly good substitute, and in some cases a superior substitute to the first edition if you can't get your hands on it. So, that's pretty much my opinion of Gary 2.0, and I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So, there is the Transformers Prime Robots in Disguise Deluxe Class VEHICON, and this is EmGo saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old because you stop playing. Be geek, be proud, palm in your face! Man, how does one bot spend so much money on wax? I mean, how much shinier can you get? Jeez. Oh, hey there, Brian. It's Gary, sir. Yeah, whatever. Look, I'm going to need you to come in tomorrow from around 8 to 4:30. Is that okay? Yeah, I guess I can do that. Oh, great. That's great. Hey, you look different. You look different. Have you lost weight? Why, yes, I have actually. You know, I've just been eating better, exercising. I just realized that I'm starting to get older, and I need to start taking better care of myself because I want to be around to see my son grow up. You have a son? Yeah, Gary Jr. He looks more like his mother, but he has my eyes. Oh, very nice. Well, I'll see you first thing tomorrow, Arthur. It's Gary. Oh, and I'm going to need you to come in on Sunday, too. Is that all right? Oh, of course it's all right. You'll be here. Okay. I'll see you, Steve. My name is Gary! Don't care.